Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wight Noise podcast. With me is my good old mom.
Hi.
It's Ethan. And then Aaron.
Hey, what's up?
Who works our social media work. So yeah, we've been away for a little bit.
This is really weird.
It is really weird, right? The fact that we're actually like doing the full podcast and recording it like this.
We're live.
We are all in. We're not live.
We're not live.
Live, you idiot.
That's
Good
not
job.
What that means.
Yeah.
You're right.
I can't wait for when this is uploaded. Live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Live right now on Twitch. Twitch.tv/1penny2many. Plugging it. Go give it a follow. Hit me up. I'm
Terrible
down.
idea. Don't do that.
Hardly know.
Boycott his Twitch channel.
Boycott. When are you ever on it? Well,
He will be.
you will be.
Exactly.
And we'll talk about that later.
But we're all together right now.
Yes.
We're in the same room.
We're
yes.
cuddling.
Which
Actually,
is-
spooning in a bed.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
My, my butt's in Aaron's dick.
We don't have to go through the detail. We don't. I literally called your mom just a second ago. That doesn't work well.
It does now, basically.
No, it does not.
That's even more of a reason why it works.
Call me mommy.
Woo.
So we just got back from Florida.
Yes.
The Florida trip.
The Florida trip. The great
legendary
journey.
Yes, the
adventure.
Great Journey, as it was called.
Yo, that's a Lord of the Rings thing.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah, it is Lord of the Rings. You're totally right.
It's awesome. I love the Lord of the Ring references here, guys.
Yeah,
That's my favorite
We'll just
show.
look
I ever
at the
told
wall
you?
behind you.
it's a favorite show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite show, Lord of the Rings 1. It's the best show I've ever seen.
Lord of the Rings Part 1.
Dude, I think I'm dumber on the podcast.
I think you're dumber in person.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Nothing has changed ever since we hit record.
I think you're dumber. I think you're dumber in person than you are online.
Yeah, I think that's 100% true. Like, I can think about my thoughts before I say them.
No, you pulled your thought muscles, so you can't. So yeah, we should talk about the trip.
Yeah, so the reason why we even went to Florida in the first place is for our good old buddy in episode 0, Tavish.
Who we will never have on the podcast ever again.
No, he's no longer free. He's no longer a free man.
Well, no.
Also, the Virginia police were completely correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were the
So,
smartest people.
If anyone has ever, if you've ever
completely correct.
listened to episode 0 of the podcast, then you know that we said fuck the Virginia police because they gave like Tavish some crazy like ticket that he had to.
Yeah, they gave him, because it was 10 miles over, so therefore he got, what do you call it? Felony. So he got like a felony on his record or whatever, so he had to get like his like commercial license taken away. And he drives like trucks and stuff. Or well, he did for his job at the time.
Why are you messing
So
with stuff?
Don't worry about it.
now y'all are distracting in person.
Yeah.
So now
Put it down.
he got his ticket like taken care of and talked to the lawyer and everything. But I think he was correct. Like I think the Virginia police had it right.
Because we rode with Tavish.
When they gave it to
We
him.
rode with Tavish most of the time we were there. Wild driver.
Insane. Like he passed
Insane.
3 people at one time. They were
Yeah.
going slower than him, which I think was just the speed limit. Like I think they were just going the
I think
speed
they were
limit,
doing
and he wanted
the
to go
speed
like
limit.
he
And
wanted to
was
go
like,
65 on the 45, so he went around him.
If you ain't
Like
doing,
everybody does.
you ain't doing 15 over, don't even talk to me.
And then, he,
Yeah.
and then he almost killed us one time when he went to pass another truck, and then realized he didn't have enough room. But the room he squeezed into was literally like the size of his car,
Yeah.
and it was a truck,
If
like
it-
a large boy truck.
If it fits, I sits.
Yeah,
I pass you.
he's
Yeah.
wildin'.
But so what happened is Tavish was getting married. So
Lovely woman.
yeah, Tavish was getting married. So we thought this
Not
would be
a
a
lovely boy. I'm joking.
wow.
Wow,
Okay,
okay.
it's okay because he never listens.
He
to the
doesn't
podcast.
listen to this.
Yes, exactly.
He's not going to know.
It's
Really
because he hates us. But we thought that Tavish's wedding was a good excuse for all of us to finally get together and meet, which Aaron and I, of course, have met because we went to high school together.
Never met him.
Okay, cool. I hate you too. But Aaron and I had
Met him
never.
online 7 years ago on Halo Reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's AJ's origin story.
What is my phone doing?
Ethan's phone's talking to
This is very
himself.
professional.
Hello.
This is...
My
I hate you.
my Google. So, for some reason, my Google Assistant heard me. For some reason, started listening, and it heard me say "I hate you too," and it literally responded with, "We all have a love-hate relationship with technology sometimes. I just hope love wins." Smiley face.
Well,
Hashtag love wins.
What?
Detroit become
terrified.
human.
I'm turning my phone off.
It's also a boomer too, right? Because anytime you say "Okay, boomer," it like listens.
Sometimes when I say "Okay, boomer," my phone thinks I said "Okay, Google." Right then, it vibrated.
I heard I saw a tweet about that. Like somebody's phone, like the Google Assistant's a really big deal now because it comes on anytime somebody says "Okay, boomer," like as a joke. Anytime now. It just,
Anyone
like,
who's listening to this podcast who has Google Assistant is like really mad at us right now.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Real good job there, man.
But anyways, we thought that Tavish's wedding was a good time for all of us to get together and meet each other. So AJ, you flew here
Yes.
to Mississippi.
Yep.
And then I picked you up from the airport.
Yep.
And then 2 days after I picked you up from the airport, me, you, and Aaron, all three of us drove to Florida to the boys' wedding.
9 hours.
Yeah.
8 hours when I like stepped on it.
Which, and it's crazy too, because when we drove over there,
When we drew.
we drew it.
We
We
started
just
drawing pictures.
we just rode across
of the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my mom wanted us to with the maps.
Shout out to
Yes.
my nephew, Drew.
It felt super long
Your
though.
nephew, man.
It felt super long when we were headed that way.
Yeah, it did.
But then on the way back, it was
because we lost an hour, and we gained an hour on the way back.
I guess that's fair.
So technically, we gained like 2 hours, right?
But it just
Can you shut up? We're recording a podcast.
Ugh, look what I just got all over my
Dude,
computer.
good job,
We're
man.
recording a podcast. Can you be professional? Mute your mic next time you're going to cough.
Yeah, that only
that was a
yours.
joke. Because
Only
I
yours.
understand it's one mic.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
But it just like it felt.
Even dirty to scream.
I
It
got
felt
water.
shorter.
It did. What? No, it didn't. Because it was 12 hours.
Well, off and on, because we stopped a lot on the
We
way
did
back.
stop a lot, so like just the drive itself felt short.
Shout out to Ben.
Shout out to my brother Ben.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He'd probably listen to this.
yeah, he might.
Yeah, he might. Don't know.
But how was your flight over? Since that was like the first part of the trip, I guess.
Yeah, it was a bit. So, the very first bit from getting from Austin to Atlanta, not a single problem. It did suck because, and this is like really like first world issue sort of thing.
I turned my phone off.
My monitor was off, so I was unable to see like any movies, not watch any shows.
Like on the back of the front
Yeah.
seat in front of you.
Yes, wasn't able to watch anything. I bought
didn't have
earbuds just for that. Didn't work. So
Okay.
my 1 hour and 30 minutes, like a perfectly good amount of movie time to watch some movie, wasn't able to. It really sucked.
You just had to like twiddle your dick.
Well, I had songs on my phone,
You got
so I still got to listen to music, but I don't have them like downloaded. So it was just like what it had under its like recent history.
Oh, okay.
So it was like 4 songs. So 4 songs just on repeat
Oh my
for an hour
God.
30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. I now hate those 4 songs.
You got games on your phone?
You got games on your phone. I didn't have games on my phone.
I don't have games on my phone either.
Yeah.
He had
No.
4 songs.
I could have
I have
like
like 600 songs on my phone.
I could have gotten into the storage, grabbed my Switch, and then played on my Switch. But
You
You
know
didn't
who
feel
does
like
have
it?
games on their phone?
Who?
Bryce.
Bryce does have games on his phone.
Bryce
Oh.
has games on his phone.
Not only does he have any games, but he has Raid Shadow Legends.
This podcast.
Sponsored by Quib. Quib toothbrush. Used it this morning. Great toothbrush. Go buy yourself one.
Gosh, sponsored by Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah.
Wish.
But yeah, that was pretty much
Raid Shadow
the
Legends.
the
Great
large.
Thanks for paying us. I think
Nothing.
they said $50 every time we mention Raid Shadow Legends in our podcast.
Yeah, no.
That's
Yeah.
how that works. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what we were told by the execs of Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes, of course.
I saw our podcast. I said, dang, they're getting 25 views a podcast. Let's hit them up for a...
25 views on a good day.
Yeah.
That's just YouTube views, man. Think about the Podbeans and Apple.
Oh yeah, like 26.
Yeah, like, so I'm
26
thinking.
now. Ooh, one more.
It's insane.
Lord.
We're popping off.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna be real big.
PodChamp.
So yeah, and then you had a layover in Atlanta, right?
Like the
Yes, I had a layover in
Shut
Atlanta,
up,
which I only had, what was it? It was like 30 minutes layover, basically, because it took me forever to get to my gate, to get to the airport.
Yeah,
from
no,
Mississippi.
Atlanta airport is huge.
Not only that, I had no idea how the trains worked.
Yeah.
I didn't trust the trains.
We're a real podcast now. We're talking about airports.
Yes, we're talking about airports.
No.
I had no idea how the trains worked there. Like, the trains were, like, nuts. Like, I got out from my gate and went and looked, and... Okay, cool. And I had no idea.
I'm not doing things in the corner. Keep talking.
Okay.
Tell your
You can't
story.
see us.
Sure.
Pretend we're online.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you're
Look
right.
at
Yeah, we're
Discord.
online. I don't see you
Stare
guys
at your
anymore.
Discord.
Pretend we're in a
Yeah.
Discord call. You can't
Right.
see what we're doing.
I can't. Yes, I'm still in Texas
You can tell
right
I'm
now.
goofing off. I hate this.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
job, man.
I know you're looking at your phone the entire time we're recording.
Yes,
The
definitely.
entire time. This is exactly what I do the entire time. I break my thought muscle.
Freaking lame.
Go on.
Freaking lame.
Keep going. I'm listening, bro.
Okay, so
You're just slut.
in Atlanta, apparently the way that it works, and people are gonna be really mad at me for this. People that travel a lot, because once you get out your gate, there is like an actual train there.
Yeah.
Well, if you go onto that train and then leave, that's like what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get on that train and say whatever gate you have to go to, and that train will go to your gate. Like go to the
you
section
like,
of your
you
gate.
tell the train?
Yeah, so it's like B something.
Go
well,
H.
if you go, I need gate T, whatever. They'll go to gate
Bingo.
the T gates. They'll go to those.
Is it a person like working it, or is it like a vertical elevator?
I don't know. I never got on the train.
Oh,
I just know. I just know that that's how that entire system works.
I just yelled bingo coordinates, and I got taken to my gate.
Yeah. It's like the XYZ coordinates, and you're just like, this is it.
This is where I need to go.
Knight to D7.
AJ just like
And I'm
starts
there.
moving. His
Whee!
Yep.
He's just standing there and just starts levitating.
Did they
and just
have
floats to his
the
gate.
like the level escalators, like the long treadmills?
Yes, they have
Yeah.
those at every airport. They have those in Austin.
They don't have those in smaller airports.
Well, that's true.
In,
They
like,
didn't
a
have
lot
the
of
one in the one I was
big
at.
airports.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But I got left at
Get your hand off my computer.
the one I got left at in Mississippi. Yeah, I didn't have that.
Take
There was
my
nothing
mic.
there in Mississippi. It was literally I got off the gate and then I walked like 10 steps and then boom, there was you ready to pick me up.
Yeah.
It was like instantly, like I was right there.
Oh yeah, and then
Shout out to the sign that Ethan had
Yeah.
that said "Derp was here." on
I
it.
drove.
It is.
I drove to pick up Derp at the Gulfport airport.
I can call me Dope. That's fine.
Go.
He literally called me that to his parents.
Keep going. Don't stare at me like you hate me.
He's able to now.
It makes sense for me to call him Derp in this context because I was going to talk about the sign that I had that literally said Derp is here.
I was just letting people know that Derp is also AJ.
People know.
What episode is this? You just checked. What
14?
episode is
14.
this?
14-ish?
Okay, this is 14.
14-ish.
I hope they know.
That's 14.
Yeah.
I hope they know.
But yeah, I picked him up from the airport, and I had a sign. I was waiting at reception, but when I made the sign when I was here at home, and I was like, oh, this will be funny. This will be like a funny joke. But then when I got to the airport, there was a bunch of like, because it was late at night. It was like, like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Why do you keep on
What's
messing
that?
with?
I was putting my
dog.
water bottle back.
It's my
We don't talk about it.
bottle opener
Throw
from
me something to play
the
with.
Dominican Republic. Oh, that's my Luke Skywalker figurine.
I'm kidding.
Give me something fun to play with. Give
No.
me the bus.
No,
Give me the bus. Play Xbox.
don't play Xbox. I saw your eyes go to my Xbox controller and be like, I could play Xbox while we're doing
Is
this.
this a Hot Pocket tray?
Oh my
Oh, it's-
lord.
Yo, Ethan,
Everything's back where it was. Okay, anyways.
But anyways, I thought it
unprofessional.
was going to be a really funny joke to have a sign that says Derp is here because
It
it's a
is
play off your gamer tag because your
Yes.
gamer tag is Derp was here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, that's funny because he's finally here. He's here. The boy is here. And then I got up there to reception and it was just a bunch of like families waiting for their relatives to get home. It's like, just like suburban families who were sort of waiting there. And I looked really weird because I had longer hair and I had it up in a ponytail and I had like, goatee and everything. So I looked a little like hobo-ish.
You were probably the youngest person waiting.
You should have put
Yeah.
like at Wight Noise Cast and like added our Twitter, like underneath.
at Wight Noise _cast.
That way, if they
Underneath.
wanted to know, they could just go to our Twitter and they'd be like, "Oh, that makes sense now."
Yeah, and I didn't have like anyone else there with me to like, because like you ever feel like you're more okay with doing stupid stuff in public if somebody's there to watch it that you
Yeah.
know.
Dude, I was so comfy with you guys. Made me so much better. Like
Yeah.
just doing stupid random crap.
We'll talk about that later. But
Yeah.
I got there and I was like, I'm gonna sit on the back row, so I don't have the attention of all of these families looking at me. But then everyone who came through reception, like, was, getting off flights, I was stood, like, right behind the escalator. So if you got on the escalator, the first thing you made eye contact with was me sitting there with my sign that just says Derp is here, and I look like a hobo. And so it was really awkward for a while. And there was one dude that was like a flight before you that I thought was you. Because he was about,
you told me about this,
he was like about your, like, how I pictured about your height and build. And he had red shoes on.
Oh, he
and
did?
he had a baseball cap on.
Dang.
But I was looking for, because you said look for a guy with red shoes and an MN cap, like a Minnesota cap.
Yep.
And I was looking for that, and he had a baseball cap, and he had red shoes, and I was like, that's Derp. And I almost stood up and was like, yo! And then, like, I was like, he didn't, like, he looked at me, and he saw the sign, and I was like, that's weird, and then kept on, like, looking around, and I was like, wait. And then I saw he was with, like, a girl, and, like, they were talking back and forth.
Lucky.
And I was like, and I was like, oh, wait, that's not Derp. And so it was a close call. I almost really embarrassed myself for yelling at that guy.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Derp! Derp!
What's wrong with you?
You're here! He's like, I don't know this person.
Yeah. Who are you?
Security?
Hobo?
Security.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, we met. I drove you back home. We stayed here for a couple days.
Yep. Dude, fog is nuts.
So apparently Texas doesn't have fog.
It does, just not small amounts. I'm trying to clarify this to save my life.
Because we were driving back home, it was like
look at web.
We got back to my house at like I think like midnight-ish, like midnight 20.
Pretty close, yeah.
And so it was getting pretty late, and it was getting kind of cool since it's January. Like it wasn't like cold, but it's cool because of the south. Cool guy AJ.
Pretty cool, yeah.
But we went through some low spots because we were driving through like some back roads, and we ran through like wisps of fog.
That doesn't exist.
And AJ was like, what did we just drive through? Was somebody like puffing dank clouds like onto the road? I'm like, that's just fog, my dude.
Dude, that's not how it works in Texas, man. Because I don't remember much from Georgia.
They also don't have ponds there.
They have tanks. Yeah.
Tanks.
And they they don't call them ponds. Like that.
This is what we learned today. Like this is new information.
Yes.
Like an hour ago.
Still processing.
Yeah, Texas is a bit weird, man.
Yeah.
Like it's really its own place. Like
It
still.
should be.
Texas is its own country.
Yeah.
It still should be.
Yeah.
You need a passport.
I didn't bring one. I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
Mexico light.
Yeah. So then we. That's kind of mean.
Tex-Mex. Just call the whole state Tex-Mex.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's most of like the western side, but yeah.
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 Nothing. Go on.
So
Aaron's being a distraction.
I'm so distracting to you guys, and I don't know how to like subtly tell you guys.
No.
It's insane.
Yeah.
You just type it in chat.
Put it in the Discord.
Usually. Yeah, just put it in the Discord.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on. I mean, I could, but
No, that's fine.
Yeah, no, you're good.
both of them are on their phones now.
I'm just getting that ready. But so then after the day that I showed up, then we pretty much woke up and that was it, right? We didn't do anything.
Not really.
Else here. Well, we kind of. I feel like didn't I have like one whole day here? But then
Yeah, you did.
That's right.
It was mostly us just hanging out playing Xbox.
Yeah, it was. It was basically just like a rest.
It was
day for me.
basically what we do online, but just
person.
inches away from each other.
Yes, and we found out that if we don't look at each other, it's Xbox.
Yeah.
It's like acoustic Xbox.
Yeah, that's what we said. Is this was Wight Noise acoustic edition?
Yes, that's what this is. This is acoustic edition Wight Noise.
If we just face away from each other while we're playing, then it's fine because hearing each other's voices perfectly normal. We're used to that. But seeing each other's faces make the voices is what's weird.
Yes.
I've gotten super accustomed to it now.
Yeah, now it's
gonna be weirder to talk to you on Xbox.
Yeah, because you're gonna actually like picture him in your head,
and
it's gonna be actually like AJ.
He's so hot.
Hey.
No, that's Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob's hot.
We haven't gotten that part yet. But so then the next day, right after
Sorry,
that,
squirting my ice.
is when Aaron went to pick us up for to go to
because I had
Florida.
to work. This was the 31st.
Yeah, the reason why. Yeah, I didn't get to
timelines.
meet Aaron until the next day, to when he actually like picked us up. Right? Or did you show
No,
up?
he showed up after he
I
got
showed
off
up
work.
the 31st.
Right.
You got here the 30th.
Yes.
Come stay the night, and I came the 31st.
New
hung
Year's-
out for like 4 hours.
New Year's was boring for us.
New Year's Eve, yeah.
We didn't
New
do
Year's
anything.
Eve was us just hanging out, getting ready for our long trip, and then not really doing anything. Except
New
for,
Year's Eve was me sleeping at 9 o'clock because I had to drive so long the next day. I just went to bed super early.
New Year's Eve was Derp and I staying up until around midnight. We stayed up till like just after midnight because we wanted to stay up until the New Year.
Yes.
But it was us watching Witcher.
Yes, it was, and it's great. We ended up finishing it once we were in Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching. How was it? 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah, we watched like 5 episodes of Witcher on New Year's Eve.
Great series.
Great way to spend the holiday.
Still gotta watch it.
But then the next morning, Aaron showed up. We packed up and we left.
Yes. Now, when packing, thinking Aaron and you too. Well, I guess it's just because I was on an airport. But y'all packed a bunch of stuff. How much of that did y'all even use?
I used every bit of my suitcase. I wore all 3 of the pairs of shoes I brought.
Did you wear the clothes that were on the hangers? Did you wear all those?
I didn't wear all of them.
I didn't wear all of the clothes.
Wasted space.
The only thing I didn't wear, there was only one jacket I didn't wear.
Wasted space.
There was one jacket I didn't wear, and that was my denim jacket.
The only things that I didn't
know if it was going to be cold or not, because he said it was varying temperatures between 40 and 70. That's
true.
very large variance.
That is
and there was only like
Tavish.
one day that was actually like cold.
Yeah, that was
the day
the
that we
last
left.
day. Yeah, but I am glad I brought my rain jacket, because it did rain the day of the wedding.
I did not bring a rain jacket.
I was happy about the rain jacket.
But the only thing that I didn't wear was my flannels that I brought.
Okay.
I brought a
All
few
my
flannels, and I didn't wear them.
Even more my flannels.
Yep.
So like,
But you
I
also,
literally wore everything.
You had to pack everything into a carry-on.
I did. And that's what I was saying. It was maybe it's just because I was on an airport, but y'all packed a bunch of stuff. My opinion.
I also packed a lot. I packed 4 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
He had more than me, because he had a
Yes.
big suitcase, and I had like a little bitty like travel duffel bag, like a
I
gym
packed
bag.
like 1 white pair of Vans for like casual, and then I packed like a brown like casual pair of shoes, and then I also packed like the really old like Clarks that are popular, that used to be popular, or not anymore, but they're just super comfy, like gumball shoes.
You're super comfy.
And and then my black shoes for the wedding,
Why they have to be black?
because it was a gray suit, black belt.
My shoes were also black.
Yeah, well they gotta be black. You could
Because my suit was black.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, glad we're on the same page.
Yes.
I need to polish them though.
Screw you.
I do need to polish my shoes.
Yeah, me too.
My shoes got dirty.
The trip pretty uneventful until we went through Mobile.
Yeah.
What happened there? I don't remember.
Yeah, weird. Weird how you don't remember that.
You know, also, we did learn to have like dementia or something.
Yeah, no. So there was so many things that Aaron was like, because I on the way back I played Up Up Up, the song, and you were like, "Did I tell you the story behind how like what I used to do in Call of Duty, like Black Ops 2, like with this song?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I played it, because we were playing like a bunch of like old songs from like when we would play like Black Ops 2 and like that sort of time frame, you know, like 2012, 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
We were playing a bunch of popular songs from then, and that was one of the songs that I played. And you were like, "Did I tell you like what we used to do to this song in Black Ops 2 lobbies?" I was like, "Yes, that's why I'm playing it." He's like, "Oh."
There's a lot of things like that. Like the stories he would tell me that he was like, "You were there for that," and I'm like, "No, I wasn't." He's like, "You were." I was like, "Oh," and like it probably happened like 3 years ago. Like it wasn't that long ago, 3 or 4 maybe. Like I was a senior in high school. I just don't remember it. It's insane. But
Wild.
go on. Tell about
So
why
one,
Mobile
your
was interesting.
phone took us weird ways.
Yeah, my phone's whack, dude. It's
Your
an
phone,
iPhone.
your phone's
awesome.
GPS took us through a weird way, because I go to see family in Alabama a lot, so I have to drive through Mobile to get there. So I go through Mobile on a pretty regular basis, and the way that your phone took us through Mobile was a way that I'd never gone before, because it didn't take us on the interstates or the highways that go like around the city, because most bigger cities have like interstates that go around the perimeter of the city, and Mobile is no different. It has like I-65, I-165, and I-10 that like all go around it, and you get on those to, you know, if you're just passing through. But your phone had us go through like downtown Mobile, like right through the center of Mobile, pretty much.
I've seen it.
I mean, it looked good, but like the entire time I was like, this is not like the most efficient way to go, especially because it was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Looks about a good Fusaklis though, man.
Oh, dude,
Shout out to Fusaklis.
I was raging about
Being like
Fusaklis.
the worst/best chicken place ever made.
Depending on who you
Some
are.
people say.
Depending if you're me or my girlfriend Allison. Because if you're me, you think it's awful, terrible chicken that should burn in hell. And if you're Allison, then you think...
It was burnt. It was burnt.
It's so stinking crunchy, and that's the
did
problem.
burn.
And then if you're my girlfriend, you think it's manna from heaven. So, but we went through downtown Mobile, and to get to the other side of Mobile, you have to go across the Bayway, which is there's 2 bridges that go across the Mobile Bay, and then there's a canal.
If you get a girlfriend from Mobile, is she your Mobile Bay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
You can take her wherever because she's mobile.
I thought you were about to. You were reaching over to my computer. I thought you were about to stop the recording because of that joke.
No, there was a web on your computer.
Oh, okay. But
That's fair.
But to get across the canal, to get to the bridges that go over the bay, there's 2 tunnels that go underneath the canal, and then there's 1 bridge. And if you're going through downtown, you go through Bankhead Tunnel, which Bankhead Tunnel sucks, and there's always like either a wreck or traffic backed up through it.
There wasn't this time.
There wasn't this time because
got
it was
lucky.
like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But the way that Bankhead goes is that if you're rolling up on Bankhead Tunnel, that the road, like the right side of the road splits, and the left, like sort of the left lane goes down into the tunnel, and then the right lane goes around the tunnel and goes to a different road. And Aaron didn't know that he was to keep on going straight, but like keep left to go through the tunnel. So he went straight and kept right and went past the tunnel. And then I was like, I guess it's not taking him through Bankhead. And then Aaron looked at his phone and he was like, oh, I was supposed to go left there and go through the tunnel. And I was like, oh, okay. So he was supposed to go through the tunnel. But I wasn't mad that time.
Keywords.
Because that was a forgivable mistake. Because the GPS wasn't super clear, like about like keeping left or keeping right. It was just like go straight, but it didn't like say like go straight, keep left, or go straight, keep right. It was just like just go straight. You'll figure it out.
It probably did say it in its own defense, and I had it turned down so that way it wouldn't overpower the speaker. So yeah.
Yeah, but so he kept right, and then we got onto another road, and he was like, "Oh, okay," and then it was rerouting us to take the other tunnel. The other tunnel is the way that I-10 goes. It's the tunnel that the interstate goes through to go underneath the canal. And so we got onto I-10, and we were going the opposite direction, and then we had to turn all the way back around. This was the way that the GPS was taking us. It took us going I-10 one way, and then we had to exit, and then turn around, and then go I-10 the opposite way, and then like 2 lanes of I-10 went through the tunnel, and then 3 lanes of I-10 went a different direction that we had already come from. And right as we're passing the 2 lanes that go left through the tunnel, Aaron's like, oh, I was supposed to go through that tunnel. And then I may have popped off a little bit.
Yeah,
he took my phone away from me, and he yelled at me for a long time, and my little feelings were hurt.
Not really. You
we
were
had
laughing a lot.
I was laughing so hard that I almost missed the tunnel again. Like
the
it was
3rd time.
Really funny.
And then on the way back, I told Aaron, then on the way back when we were going through Mobile, I was like, turn your phone off. I'm your GPS, and I'm taking us over the bridge. We're avoiding the tunnels completely.
And then that was a whack way sometimes, too, I feel like. Because Allison even said that was low-key a whack way. She said it last night. She did say that last night.
That's how I go.
I
every
agree.
single time.
It just got us there at the same time that the other GPS said it would get me there. And you were like, no, this is way faster.
And it wasn't.
I think it was the same speed. I'm not disagreeing. I just think it's the exact same speed as the other one.
I feel like it's because there wasn't an accident or a traffic jam in Bankhead like you say there always is. There wasn't one. So that's why it was the same amount of time as the other one.
And normally going like I-10 the other way, like going I-10 if you're going west, like going through that tunnel again, that's... It normally doesn't work out well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then we stopped at Buc-ee's, which was a very new experience for Aaron.
After we finally got across the canal and across the bay and we're into Alabama headed toward Florida, I knew that in like 20 minutes there was going to be a Buc-ee's coming up, which if you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it's a gas station that's like the size of a large grocery store. And it's got about like 80 pumps outside of it.
I just feel it's not necessary. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was interesting.
Do you know how much business they get, though?
I mean, they get a lot of business, but they get a lot of business just because they're big, and it just doesn't make any sense.
That's their whole ethos.
I mean, like, it works for them. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I just think it's kind of weird. Like, I didn't care. Like, I just like walked down. I was like, "This is just a longer trip to the coffee machine." Like, it's kind of how I felt about it.
That's because you see it as a gas station. Some people see it as a place to get food.
Yeah, and I've gotten food there before, but the fact that we stopped there going and coming, and you specifically, like 250 miles before we got there, like, we're stopping at Buc-ee's, right?
Yeah, because I wanted food for one, and then you were like, "No food from Buc-ee's." I'm like,
you did say no food.
You did.
Yeah,
You
because
did
I've
say
had
no
food from Buc-ee's and it's meh.
And I wanted to try their food, but then we already ate beforehand, so
And
Aaron
also,
didn't get to try their
we were
food.
gonna get to Buc-ee's at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
That's fine. We ate at like 2 today. We had like 1 our time, but it was 2 Florida time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had been up so long.
Well, we hadn't been up like any different amount of time today.
I have.
Oh, okay, I had. I got up at
Yeah.
the same time today as I did yesterday.
Yeah.
No, you guys are wild.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, you were,
Buc-ee's
like-
was an interesting venture.
Yeah, it was-
Oh, I did something really stupid though.
What did?
So like I got my coffee. I was really excited about my coffee.
Oh yeah.
And I got my coffee and I had like a whole like big bar of like 15 different creamers and like half and half and milk and all this other stuff. And I'm a big coffee person. They learned that this week. I'm a huge coffee person.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my iced coffee is what I was like, oh, they have iced coffee. That's cool. So I got it, brought it over there, and then saw this like lid next to the iced coffee. I was like, that makes sense that that's the iced coffee lid because it's a flat lid and not a top lid like with the hot coffee. So then I got the clear lid, brought it over, stuck my straw in it, and then was like, went to stir it around, realized that the lid didn't fit, and then just like stuck the lid on there, stirred it around with the straw, and then took the lid off and the straw off and threw it in the trash can. I was just like, everybody around me was probably like, what is he doing? Like,
What
I
a
just
waste.
wasted like 2 things of plastic and killed like 3 turtles.
Yep.
Yeah. Good job.
They deserve it though.
And then I
Aaron
went
the
and got like
turtle
the
killer.
normal like top hot lid and put it on and drink my iced coffee out of a top hot lid.
Hot top hot.
Hot.
Hoppa hoppa hot top.
Man's not hot.
We just had seizures.
Scooty goot pop pop. Scooty goot hot top.
Yeah, that was Buc-ee's.
So
It was very Buc-ee.
yeah, and from then on it was pretty much just stay on I-10 for like 2 hours and then get on I-75 for like.
No,
And Florida took.
it was way longer than 2 hours.
I
It was,
meant to
what?
say like 200 miles.
it was
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say it was 375 miles we were on I-10.
Yeah.
It was
But
it was like 5 hours.
So,
Florida took the most time out of us. Like we got through what?
because
3
it was
states?
most of the trip.
Yeah, but Florida
We got
was
through
like,
two
Like we
states.
like we said
2.
before,
Okay.
Florida is a long boy.
Yes.
Florida is a long boy.
It's long.
You're correct.
Very long.
You know what
Florida-
else is a long boy?
Stretchy boy. What?
Book mulch.
Oh god. So we saw to entertain ourselves on this maddeningly long trip. We just were Aaron and I were just looking at different
I was about to say,
billboards.
Me and you were. Critters boy was sleepy boy.
AJ slept a bit.
Hour and
which
a half, 2 hours.
I don't blame you. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't know. I can't sleep in like the front seat of a car.
Poking at me about my sleep. I needed my sleep. Poke. Poke.
But Aaron and I would just see different. So there was this gas station that we stopped at on the way back as well. There was like a big gas
yeah.
station, like a big nice gas station, not as big as Buc-ee's, but like still bigger than a normal gas station. It had like
Busy bees.
Busy Bees. It
How
had
was
it had a Dunkin' Donuts and a Burger King in it.
Hey,
Was
that's
it
on our way
awesome?
back. Hold up. It's on our way back. Though.
No, but on the way there where we saw the signs.
Oh, that's right.
That's when Ethan couldn't read.
The first
Yes.
the first sign, because it was called Busy Bees, so all of their signs were like beehive puns,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
bee-related puns.
Excellent.
And the first one that we saw said "swarm in for our soda," and I just dropped the S off of "swarm" and deleted all the other words. And I read it, and I read it and went, "Warm soda? That's a weird thing to advertise." And then I realized my mistake, and I had to tell Aaron. I was like, "Aaron, I think I just had a stroke." Like, I just tried to read this sign as like warm soda when in actuality it says "swarm in for our soda." Way to go, Aaron! Dropping candy on the floor.
I ate it. Ate that candy.
But so then warm soda became a thing throughout the week.
Yeah.
Warm
That was
soda.
Awesome.
So warm soda. We saw a sign for bulk mulch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
just we don't know why that's funny. That's just funny.
It's-
It's
We were probably just
almost.
really tired.
No, it's still funny. I told my mom. She was like asking about the trip, and I was like, "Oh, we saw a sign that said bulk mulch." It was really funny. And she just like looked at me. I was like, "Yeah, that's it.
So
It just said
you
bulk
need,
mulch."
if you need some bulk mulch,
Bulk mulch.
you know
So-
where to go.
I think
Florida.
it's funny just because it said that was all it said. It just said bulk
Yeah,
mulch.
no, the
And
whole
then-
sign
and
just said bulk mulch, and there was like contact info.
Yeah.
That was
just
it.
The phone number.
And then
Weird.
Lady of Laleche.
Oh yeah, we saw a sign for a Catholic church that said "Our Lady of La Leche," which is Our Lady of the Milk. And
Milk lady.
That's funny.
we laughed for so long.
It's just a milk lady, you know?
Yep. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
My milk is delicious, yes.
Right before we got to our Airbnb, which shout out to Airbnb, pretty awesome. A lot cheaper than hotels.
Mm-hmm.
For
But
sure.
We passed a sign that had "Show me your pipes" on it, but the IPES just had blue tape on it, like
No,
a blue
it was
like
it
covering.
was the IPE. So you saw P, and then there was just a blue bar, and then you saw S.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was
No, it was just covering the piece.
it was show us your P blank S,
Yeah,
and we were like, what?
and
Does
then when
that-
you get closer, you can see like through it, but it's excellent marketing.
Yeah, once you get close to the sign, you can see that it says pipes, like underneath whatever they put over the letters. But from afar away, it looks like they just censored out "Show us your penis."
And then what was the other one? Show me.
Oh, dude! On the way back, we saw a sign for the same exact company that said "Show us your clogs," but LOG was blacked out in the same way, so it just said "Show us your C blank S."
They were great.
I would work for that plumbing company just
As the
because of
social
that.
media marketer, I need to take some lessons
That was
from Show Me Your Pipes.
amazing.
Yeah.
Show me your pipes. Show us your clogs.
As you can tell, it worked excellently. So if you live in Florida, just go talk
Yeah.
to Show Me Your Pipes.
If
Give
you
them some
live
business,
like
support them.
near Tampa,
They actually sponsored the podcast.
them and Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
Did we mention Raid
great.
Shadow Legends?
Yeah, Raid Shadow
$50.
Legends. Yeah.
Racking it up.
Actually, every time that we mention Show Me Your Pipes, they take $20 off our water bill.
Yep, that's true.
No.
Definitely. True
Complete
fact.
fact.
True. And
Yep.
and a plumber comes by to lay some pipe.
Yep. Even me all the way in Texas. They delivered.
Yeah.
They deliver.
There's a really long pipe, and it just runs all the way down from like your tank to your
Yeah,
house.
it's the
Yes.
communication pipeline. That's
I don't know what that's
great.
a reference to. That's a real shame. I don't know what that means.
all right. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Awesome.
In different businesses, there's like a communication pipeline,
He doesn't need
like
to know.
in offices and stuff.
Wow.
Like
Wow, that's crazy.
like information pipeline.
Yeah, it's like the whole telephone game. That's
Yeah.
Awesome.
it's basically it.
It's not really like a thing. It's just sort of like an abstract concept.
Yeah, that people
So
do.
where's the pipe at?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
in your
Man,
butt.
I wish I knew.
It's in your clogs.
I'm just like eating the cereal covered in
You
white
are.
chocolate. I would just get fat.
You
Fill
are.
it up.
I want some.
Okay, you take it over there.
I'm gonna go back
I
to your
will
old
eat it.
self.
Everyone's
Shut up.
gonna hear this bag.
Yes, everybody will now.
It's a plastic bag.
Okay, so then we make it to basically the Airbnb at this point.
Yeah, the Airbnb was super nice, except for the
was really
door
nice.
was not nice.
No, we learned day one that the door was not very nice.
I learned the last day what made the door not nice.
Yes.
The very last day, it took me this long because we just didn't care.
The front
before
door
that.
was just really hard to open.
Yeah,
Really mean.
and he was nice because he set the lock. It was like my last four of my phone number, which
Yeah, it was like
Now anybody can get into that house now,
yeah,
Aaron.
it's 2265, man.
Yeah.
now everyone knows your phone number.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone knows your phone number. now.
Yep.
Good job.
Everybody knows my entire phone number
Yes.
from those 4 digits.
All 7 numbers.
Pull a Joel and just drop your phone number.
7 numbers?
Yeah. I mean, if they know that you're in Mississippi and
Okay,
the
I was about to
last 4.
say, what are you on about?
I was like, phone number's more numbers than that, dog.
That's what I was saying. I was like, phone number's like 10.
Yes. Yes, Aaron.
But yeah, like the door was like set to our phone numbers or my phone number, so like opened it up. It's like really hard to open, but I was the first one that went in, like explored the place, looked at everything. It was nice, and then we shut the door, right, like a normal human, and then I thought I unlocked the door because I thought it was locked the first time. Thought I unlocked it. Then Ethan was like, "No, idiot, you locked it,"
Yes.
and fixed my mistake. And we all walked out, shut the door, and because Tavish was here.
Yeah.
Tavish
yes.
arrived. The boy
Tavish had
arrived.
showed up.
Still hadn't met him.
That was when he first arrived too.
Yeah, and I ran out like an idiot and like greeted him at his car, and he got out and like talked to us, and it was like big, great, joy, happy time.
Yeah, we finally met the boy.
Yeah,
The
and
second one.
Yeah.
the second boy, he was my first boy. No offense, AJ.
That's fair.
He was my 10-year boy, and so
You have tenure?
yeah, yeah, sure. And so then we went to go open the door again.
AJ thought that was funny.
Yeah, I did.
But I didn't know that they didn't realize how hard it was to open the door. Because it was a very, like, when you turn the knob, like, you jiggled it. It could jiggle a little bit like it was locked. And then it, like, seemed like it was really hard to turn. And you just had to, like, force it. They didn't know that. So AJ just was like, we locked the door. Yeah. And then we ran around back to see if we
tried to see if the back door was unlocked. We tried to see if the side door was unlocked.
Tavish also checked the door and was like, yeah, it's locked.
Which, thinking now, he didn't use any force on that door. And knowing how strong that man is.
I can't remember. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to it.
So I don't remember if it was you or somebody else was like looking down at their phone or looking at something or like looking around to see if they could find something, and I just like turned the door because I went to turn. I was like, let me try it one time before I like text bus. So I like turned the door, and when I turned the door, it just like came undone. I just opened the door and I was like, oh, hey guys, we can go in. And, like, but I didn't say anything. I just, like, pointed at the door, and Ethan's still just, like, looking around for stuff and all that.
I was looking for a key. I was looking for a spare key that they
And finally, Ethan turns around, and he's like, oh, it's open. And, like, we walk in. So they just weren't putting enough force behind it to, like, turn the doorknob. It was a bad doorknob. I agree. Bad doorknob. But it
was a hard door.
I'm really glad we didn't call him, and he just come over and be like...
Yeah, glad we didn't call the homeowner that we were renting it from. Just be like, we can't get in, and he just turns the doorknob like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, but it's like, I spent 80 minutes to get here. Like,
why exploring the wonderful house?
Which
we
was
learned
great.
One door was very locked. It was very locked door.
It was very locked. There was no way of opening it.
And we looked around, and then we couldn't figure out anything, so I texted him, and I was like...
It was the door to the garage.
Yeah. I was like, man... I thought they said there was a washer and dryer here. Let me text him. And Tavish is like, oh, any washer and dryer in Florida, it's in the garage.
Yeah, she was like, it's most likely in the garage.
Yeah. And we looked around everywhere, couldn't find it. So I texted him. He's like, yeah, there's a washer and dryer in there. But you have to text us anytime you want it open so we can come unlock it for you. And I was... in the way he put it, like the context he put that in, as in like he was going to sit there and lock it back when we were done, too. Yeah. He didn't say, like, he was just going to come unlock it and leave.
Yeah. He said, like, anytime you guys want to do laundry, just hit us up. We'll come over to the house that you're staying at. We'll unlock the door to the garage. You guys can do your laundry. Then when you're done, we'll lock it back.
Like, well, he didn't necessarily say that
Yeah,
in
I know,
text,
but, like, that's what it seemed like.
If I have to text him a second time, that means it somehow got locked again, and we wouldn't be the ones to lock it. So therefore, he would have to.
But they asked. They also said, "Hey, can we come by and meet you guys that night?"
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, cool. He's gonna come unlock the door for us. That's a really cool guy. What a nice guy. What a nice thing to do." Because we missed the checkout time, our check-in time at like 3:00 because we weren't gonna make it there at 3.
Yeah.
So he comes by and goes, "Oh yeah," and before leaving, goes, "Oh yeah. Anytime you want this unlocked, you just let us know." And I was like, "But."
Yeah, we asked them because they showed up that night. The couple, Bus and Lindy.
Yeah, Bus and Sydney.
Showed up to greet us because they wanted to just meet us because we were the first group of people that
ever rented that house.
That were renting this one from them.
Yeah, I think they had like other Airbnbs, but we got a big discount because they never rented this particular house off. It was like 25% off discount. Super cheap.
Pretty sweet. And we asked them, we were like, so... washer and dryer ? They're like, oh yeah, it's behind that locked door right there. Whenever you need to do, whenever you need to do clothes, hit us up and we'll come unlock it. And we're like, how about now though? They're like,
yeah, just let us know when you need to unlock it. Like walking out the door.
And the reason they said that they didn't keep it unlocked is because a bunch of their sons' like boxes and stuff are in there. And when spoiler alert. At the end of the week, we got him to come unlock it, and we actually did laundry in there. Yeah. And we saw, and it was like just like a shelf.
So empty. Like it was just like maybe 15 boxes.
We expected the garage to be full. Garage was empty. You could have fit an entire car in there, but there was one shelf on one side of the garage
full of boxes.
That was just like it was like 4 shelves.
Yeah.
Like, and there was just like maybe like
Home Depot moving boxes.
Maybe like a dozen moving boxes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like you could have just said, "Don't mess with that stuff." And then left the garage unlocked.
We don't want you to steal it.
Because now, what that implies to me is anything that was outside of that garage, free game. take whatever you want.
That's why I took some of their hangers.
Yeah, he did. He's a thief. He stole hangers.
I took like 4 hangers from their.
I forgot about that.
You should have taken a hanger for every box that was in that garage.
All right, bussin' Sydney.
I should have taken a hanger for every day we went without a washer and dryer.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly, that doesn't sound like that big a pain, but we were going to be there for 6 days. Mm-hmm. And the day we did text them to undo the washer and dryer, like to come unlock the door.
They were unavailable.
Yeah, like he was in like New Jersey or something.
I like how he made it sound like he
this
was
man
be
was
able to
insane.
show up.
Let me look at the text because this man's insane.
Because it was the second to last day we were there, and they're like, "All right, let's wash our clothes, so that we go home with clean clothes."
Yeah.
And we texted him, and we were gonna after we went and ate lunch with Tavish's family, and then we were hanging out at the house for a little bit, and then we were gonna drive to Tampa to go to a shopping mall to shop for a little while. So we had like a couple hours that we were just gonna sit at the house, maybe like an hour and a half. And we were like, all right, can you come by and unlock it so we can do laundry? And Gus was like, oh, well, I'm not in town right now. I'm on a business trip out of state, and my wife is she's at like some meeting thing at a library or something, and she won't be free until like 4:30. And we're like, well, we'll be in Tampa by then.
So what's the point?
He said he was in Mobile for business in like Mobile, Alabama, and then the next time I texted him, like a day later, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in Eglin, Alabama." I guess he meant Alabama. He said AFB, and she said, "Who in?" Oh, Valerie Theater. I was like, "Who's Valerie?"
Or Eglin Air Force Base.
Maybe Eglin Air Force Base. But so like this man was wilding, like he was just everywhere. But like anytime we needed them for anything, because they forgot the ironing board. So anytime we ever needed them, they were like, "Oh man, that really sucks."
Because there was an iron there, and then there was an iron but no ironing board. And since we were getting ready for a wedding, we had to iron some shirts. And so,
we told him we had a wedding. We told him he was getting married, and that's why we were down here.
Yeah. And then when we messaged them, they were like, is there an ironing board? Because we found the iron, but there's no ironing board. And the guy was like, oh yeah, we forgot to buy one.
Yeah, he was like, we can buy one and bring it to you at like 10 o'clock tonight. Or you can put a towel down on the kitchen table and iron your stuff there. So like, they were like, oh yeah, just anytime you need us, you just let us know. Except for anytime ever.
Anytime you need us.
Yeah. It's because like, I guess they were doing stuff the whole week.
They were cool, but they kind of sucked.
Like, the house, like, and other than those things, it was great.
But it was really inconvenient things.
It was just a couple really inconvenient things.
Yep.
Because, like, the one day we were going to use the washer and dryer, we were going to go to Tampa. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, we brought that up.
I told that whole story while you were looking up the text.
Yeah, I was, like, I was reading the text, and I couldn't remember what you said. So, like, that's the time when we needed it, not the time after. We had to stay up late that night.
Neither of them were there.
No.
Yeah.
Unavailable.
Wild.
Basically. It was weird, too, because the way they explained it, it was like, yeah, we're available, but in, like, 3 hours, like, it'll just take us forever
and we were like,
get there.
Cool, we won't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they were, like, trying to get us back, because the night that we met Tavish, we were going to go to dinner with him and his fiance, because we hadn't met his fiance yet. And so, that night, he was like, hey, let us know when y'all get back from dinner. We want to come meet you guys. And so we didn't get back from
until
dinner.
Like 9:30.
Yeah, it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night.
That is true. He could have been doing that.
I wonder if he was just like being super petty and was like, I'm mad at you boys. Little children.
That is possible. That is very, very possible.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But other than that, the house was fine.
The house was great. Well, that and the hot water. There was that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I ran out of hot water like 3 times. Like, I think I took like 6 showers while I was there. I think 3 of them were hot. And the hot there for me was like lukewarm. Like, it wasn't even hot.
No.
Like, I think I took like 1 actual hot shower.
The hot there is pretty hot for me. Like,
I think that's what it is. I think I was always following after you. And it was always super foggy.
No, see, the thing is like, the hot water wasn't super hot, but for me, it was good. Like, if I'm here at my house, the water gets really hot. But in my dorm, it does not get very hot.
Yeah, but the
temperature
bathroom was foggy anytime you got out of it. The bathroom was never foggy when I got out of it.
Also, it takes me a lot longer to shower than it does to you.
Yeah, that's... In hindsight, I probably should have showered first every time.
You always got up before me. I don't know why you didn't.
I don't know. I was always
You were always awake like 2 hours before me.
Yeah. Yeah, me
You
and Tavish
could've
were always goofing.
Easily taken a shower
We
before
were
me.
goofing.
But as soon as I woke up, I was like, all right. Like, pretty much as soon as I woke up, I was like, I'm getting in the shower.
AJ had the nicest shower.
I wouldn't call it nice.
He had
me
a
and-
walk-in bath.
Me and AJ's
Yeah.
butthole touched the same place. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Like a sit-down
One of my highlights of my trip.
old man bath.
Y'all,
Yeah.
while y'all explain that, I'm gonna take a potty break.
Aaron's leaving the room. I can watch him leave.
Yeah, we can actually like watch him leave. He's not just like.
You gotta pee during the podcast?
Yeah, dude, it's like my third bottle of water.
You're so unprofessional.
Yeah.
Also, you know what's
Hey.
also unprofessional? While I'm standing here,
What?
these having 3 different types of like drool.
Oh, you meant different types.
Yeah, that's wildin'.
Oh,
Your
it's because...
dresser is wild.
Oh, they're
bro.
staring at my dresser. It's because... So, like, these top ones, that's how it came. And in the middle drawer, those handles, that's how it came. Those two are a matching set. The bottom ones, that bottom set had like 3 out of 4 of the handles missing. So all of those 4 handles are ones that we put on there after the fact.
That's still absolutely wild. That's just like 3 different types all the way down.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
All right, and now he is gone. So let's see. So then the second.
Aaron's a piece of shit.
You right? We did this bit before. We did this in an episode.
We've done this bit. We do this when he leaves the room. Anytime.
Well, that we know of, that he announces. You know,
Yeah.
because I thought of that. He's probably left the room during a podcast at some point.
I do the same thing to you.
Yeah,
Like,
see?
you'll leave and I'll be like, thank God he's gone. No, the first day you were here, or after I picked you up, when Aaron came by and he hung out for a while and then he left, and we were in the kitchen. It was me, you, and my mom.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Aaron left, oh, he's back.
Oh,
As
he's
soon as
back.
Aaron left, I was like, well, thank God he's gone. I thought he would never leave.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about how much crap we talk about you behind
Yeah,
your
whenever
back.
you're not there.
As soon as you leave.
Yeah.
What's this?
Quit messing with my stuff.
That's an
No.
Eevee.
Fuck you.
That's not an Eevee.
It's an
It's,
Eevee.
it's not.
That's not.
Eevee.
That's an Alolan Vulpix.
Nah, it's an Eevee.
That's
No.
Alolan Vulpix.
Now that you say
insane.
Vulpix, I know you're right, but that's an Eevee. It's Glaceon.
No, it's not.
It's
It's,
Glaceon.
not Glaceon.
I like how you're still arguing with me. I literally said you're right, but no, still.
I'm texting Koopa.
Okay, go ahead. Cause she's gonna watch. She's gonna listen to this. Anyways,
But like right after this.
ooh, that scares me. Ooh. Okay, so that was the first day of the trip there. The second day was more time with Tavish.
Wait, we have to talk about the boy Wyland.
So Tavish is crazy in person.
Well, that
Tavish
was,
is absolutely insane.
wasn't that more of the second day than
No.
No, the first night, because the first night he stayed with us at the house.
The first night was the
yes, he
Wyland
did go
Tavish.
nuts. Yeah, that's true.
We realized that he is an absolute mad lad in person.
Yeah.
Like he's a mad lad in games,
We're
but
gonna
that.
have to have a part 2 of podcast.
Oh yeah. We said that beforehand.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
No. We were
Okay, yeah,
being
we're
legit.
at day 1. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, we said before that when we were gonna have the Florida trip podcast, but it was gonna be like in 2 or 3 parts.
I thought
Another
that was literally just a whole yoke.
No,
I can never tell
This is
when we're
another
being real and not.
conversation.
you're the one who suggested it. And I
I-
was like, yeah, you're probably right.
That's why I thought it was joke, because I was joking.
You suggested that, and I was like, yeah, that's actually a pretty good thought to have because us talking about this entire trip is going to take a while.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take like 3 or 4 hours for us to talk about the whole thing.
All right,
And
so
look at that.
Tavish.
It sure is.
So Tavish
Shut up,
was
AJ.
like, we went to Culver's. I've never been to Culver's.
Culver's Smash Burgers, baby.
It was
Smash
really
burgers?
good. I super enjoyed it. I would go back if I ever found another one.
Shout out to our people in the States who know what the Culver's is.
Yeah.
And Tavish just walks out of the restaurant, and you know, like you bottle flip when there's like a little bit of liquid left. He's just holding a
like
cup.
this.
Yeah, but you're not gonna make it. Did you make it?
Oh!
You made it. Y'all gotta like the podcast. You broke the sound wave.
I did. I'm gonna have to edit that.
Good job.
You may have been able to hear it, but and I know you can't see it, but I did. I had a little bit left in my
you
my
can
water
hear it.
bottle.
You could see the sound wave before when it smacked.
Yeah, no, I nailed it.
He didn't make it. This is the whole joke.
Aw.
Wow. Crush's dream.
But where were you when Dream died?
I'm gonna kill myself now.
Dream is kill.
Where were you when Ethan is killed?
I got phone call. No. But yeah, So he like gets out of the restaurant holding like the cup with like the straw and everything in it. And he just throws it in the air and tries to like land it. And obviously it didn't land.
It just hits the ground and just explodes into Mountain Dew onto the concrete.
And he's like,
I didn't make it.
just like, and they bend over, put it in the trash can, and drove off.
I think that's a crazy move to you guys. I think the craziest move that he did while we were there at that place was when he was waiting for his ice cream. Yeah, he was waiting for his ice cream, and he's like, and you told him, you were like, man, she's not showing up anymore. Because he was like, oh, I'll solve that for you. He goes, grabs the number, and just raises it up in the air.
Yeah,
for her to see it.
Because we had all eaten our food, and like they give you numbers for your order, and you set it on your table, and then they bring you your food. We'd all eaten our food, but Aaron went back up there and ordered an ice cream, and then
it was taking forever.
It was
literally like 10 minutes.
And he had his number sat on the table, and he was complaining. He was like, man, this is taking forever. I don't know why it's taking so long to just get me an ice cream. And we're like, maybe they hate us. Like, maybe they think that, Aaron's a dick, and they're, like, not giving him his ice cream.
Well, the lady was a jerk. Okay, let me explain that. I handed her my money, and she holds out the change to me. I, like, paid cash, so she hands me the change. And instead of I was, like, holding my hand out for the receipt and change, instead of just handing it to me, she just drops it on the counter, like, in front of me. And I was like, excuse me? Like, my hand was closer than the counter was. She went out of her way and just dumped my change on the counter.
It's good she
So then I
hates
just,
you.
like, stared at her, picking it up individually. I was like, I hate you, too. And then I never got my ice cream.
But then we're sitting at the table, and he's like, man, this is taking forever. I guess they hate me. And Tavish goes, I'll solve that for you. And he picks up the number, like the little plastic, like, tent thing that the number's on. He picks it up, and he just holds it towards the front, like the register, and just holds it up while he's sitting there just pointing it at the kitchen like, they'll come now.
Yeah.
And then,
show up this time.
And then like he held it up there for a while, like as a joke, and then like 30 seconds after he was holding it up in the air, the lady comes by with Aaron's ice cream, and she's like, oh, I guess this is yours. Here you go. And then Tavish is like, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Yeah, he was like, I'm sorry for being
He says
a douche.
to the server, he's like, I wasn't trying to be a douche. And she's like, no, it's fine, whatever. And she walked back. I know she walked back to the kitchen and was like, this guy was a real douche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that guy.
He was like just memeing, and it got me my ice cream though. It was good.
It did.
Ice cream.
He summoned your ice cream.
Yeah, he did. It was great.
We want to talk about how he made AJ laugh in the car.
Oh yeah,
we should, because I feed off of chaos.
So we were all in Tavish's car, and then Tavish was on the phone with like, what, it was his wedding planner or something?
Yeah, no, it was for the loan officer for.
Oh yeah,
his
it
loan.
was something to do with
No, it was the lady that's selling the house to him. It
Yes.
was
The selling lady.
the realtor.
Yes, the
No.
realtor. Well, basically.
yeah, the lady who owned the house.
It's more like an agent.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, she owned the house. It was
Oh.
it
her.
was the homeowner.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
the homeowner herself, and like her owner, the owner were their friends.
Words, dude.
Yeah, I know. I had a stroke. They were friends with them beforehand, and they were like, "Hey, we got this house. Come look at it."
Oh, okay. So he was on the phone with the homeowner of the house that he was trying to like close on, and Aaron's in the front seat, like in the passenger seat, and then AJ and I are in the back seat, and then he's on the phone, and we're just driving on this dark highway at night, and there's like really no other cars around, and Tavish just starts like swerving back and forth, just like weaving like back and forth, just serpentining, like while he's just like, yeah, left, right, while he's just on the phone, calm as can be. And AJ just starts giggling uncontrollably
For a good 10 minutes.
for a while. You were, by the end of it, you were like, Aaron and I were laughing at you, like at how funny you thought it was.
Yeah.
You were like almost crying laughing.
Yeah, it was a good
for
10, 15
a long
minutes.
time. A very long time.
Yes. My nose hurt. My eyes hurt. My stomach definitely hurt. All just from laughing. Because for whatever reason, just Tavish just weaving left or right constantly while he's just calmly on the phone is one of the funniest things to me.
I couldn't understand it.
I
He was just back and forth, and I was
Same.
like, and I was just like, wow, Tavish is wilding when he drives. No wonder he, has so much car trouble, like trouble with the Virginia police. You two are both on your phones, and I hate you.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
You're what are you on? You're on iFunny.
Yep.
And you're on Instagram.
No, I'm on
that's
Facebook.
Wow, that's even worse.
I'm a boomer.
Did you just open Twitch?
I didn't mean to,
Were
I
you
was
about to watch a stream while we're recording the podcast? You just opened up the Twitch app.
Here, hold on. Is there better podcasts out there?
Oh my god.
Can we just play audio from another stream?
I looked left at AJ and saw him on his phone, and I was like, well, he's an asshole. Maybe Aaron will help me. So I look right, and Aaron's on his phone too. I hate you both. Is this what you do while we're recording?
No.
No.
That's exactly what I do when I'm recording.
I hate
I
don't.
sometimes watch videos.
Wow.
Really?
Terrible.
Watch YouTube videos while we're recording the podcast?
Depends on what it is. If it's like a quick segment, I look at memes.
Oh my god. I hate you.
I'm pretty spoke. You would have never known though. I'm that good. I'm a professional.
No, because sometimes I'll finish a story and then there'll be like a long silence and you'll be like, oh, he stopped talking.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yes, that
Yeah,
happens.
That's probably when I'm doing something on the computer, whiling out about a meme or trying to find something funny. That's usually what.
And
it
I'll
is.
finish a story and wait for a response, and you guys are like,
Sometimes your stories go too long, and I lose interest.
you're an asshole. There's gonna be no part 2 of the Florida story. I'm gonna kill Aaron right here.
Part 3 of the Florida story.
We'll
killing
continue
Aaron.
it. Aaron just won't be on it anymore.
Part 2 of the Florida story. Aaron is suspiciously absent. Good lord.
This seems like a good spot to break though. Day one.
It seems a good spot for me to break your fucking
It's
neck.
the end of day 1. We'll pick up on day 2.
Yeah.
Are we when are we putting this out? Oh, let's talk about that after.
Yeah.
Bye guys.
See ya.
Hello, everybody.
Wait, I don't say bye. Dang it.
You said bye. Do you
Dang
want
it.
do you want to try to not say it again?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, this has been part 1 of the Florida trip for Wight Noise. Coming back, baby.
Coming back.
Coming on your back, baby. We'll see you later.